Okay, so have you ever been told you're an overthinker? Or, been caught talking to yourself? Well, we're going to dive into 6 habits that might look kind of weird on the surface, but are actually, believe it or not, powerful signs that your brain is just wired for some serious intelligence.
Yeah, this quote really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? These things, they're not just random quirks. They're actually clues, little breadcrumbs, that point to the unique way your brain is working. So if you've ever felt like your weird habits are just, I don't know, misunderstood, you're in the right place. We're going to get into the genius behind your own personal wiring.
I mean, seriously, do you ever just feel like your mind is on a totally different track? Like you're seeing connections that nobody else gets, or you just need to process things your own way? I think a lot of us feel that. And guess what? It turns out there's a really solid psychological reason for that exact feeling.
All right, so let's start decoding this whole thing. We're going to completely reframe what it means to be different. We're moving away from all those common misunderstandings and looking at the actual psychological blueprint that explains what's really going on. First up, the big one, the classic. What other people see is overthinking. They might even say you're anxious because you're always running through every possible scenario. But what's really happening under the hood, it's something way, way more powerful. And this reframe is absolutely crucial. See, it's not anxiety, it's cognitive complexity. That just means your brain is running this incredibly high-resolution simulation of reality. It's like, while everyone else is looking at one single chess move, you're already calculating the next 10. You don't just see the problem in front of you, you see the entire web of possibilities connected to it. It's a feature, not a bug. All right, how about this one? Talking to yourself. Come on, we've all been caught muttering under our breath, right? And yeah, it can feel super embarrassing in the moment. But psychology has a totally different and, frankly, a much more impressive take on what's going on here. See, it's not just random muttering. Psychologists call it verbal reasoning. You're basically using it as an external processing tool. You take all those tangled up thoughts in your head and you lay them out in a structured verbal line. It's like you're organizing your ideas out loud, in real time, just to solve problems and make connections that much faster.
Okay, so we've covered what's going on inside your head. Now let's look at your internal operating system. Basically, the logic behind how you interact with your environment and other people. Ah, yes, the messy desk. The classic sign of a chaotic mind, right? Well, maybe not. In fact, according to this psychological framework, it's often the exact opposite.
What's really going on is selective organization. It all comes down to intelligent resource allocation. Your brain it intuitively knows that tidying a desk is a low-value task. Why waste the energy? That same brain power is way better spent building a perfectly structured argument or writing elegant code or mapping out an entire business strategy. So you're not messy, you're just prioritizing mental order over physical order. It's efficiency.
Okay, this next one is a huge one for so many of us. Hating small talk. Ugh, the absolute agony of it at a party, right? It can make you feel awkward, maybe even antisocial. But the real reason you hate it is actually rooted in how your brain is wired for incredible efficiency. Exactly. Your brain isn't looking for chatter, it's seeking cognitive depth. It craves meaning, it craves real data and genuine connection. Small talk, it offers none of that. It's literally like trying to run a supercomputer on an old dial-up connection. It's not just slow, it's deeply, profoundly unsatisfying. So you're not being rude, you're just being incredibly efficient with your mental energy.
All right, for our final section, let's get into the habits of a complex mind. We're going to look at how your curiosity and your reflection actually fuel your intellect, the ways your mind actively seeks out information, and more importantly, how it actually processes all of it.
You ever find yourself just going down a complete rabbit hole? Like 1 minute you're looking up a recipe, and 3 hours later you know everything there is to know about the history of ancient Roman concrete or, I don't know, the migratory patterns of Arctic terns. To other people, it looks like a random obsession, but it's actually your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do.
And this is the really cool part. It's what's called a high-functioning curiosity system. Your brain literally rewards you with a hit of dopamine every time you learn something new. It creates this self-perpetuating cycle of curiosity and reward, and it builds this huge interconnected web of knowledge in your head. So what looks like a random obsession is really just your brain's own built-in game for learning.
And last but not least, the need to be alone. Other people might see it and think you're being antisocial or maybe withdrawn. But when you choose to have that quiet time, something incredibly productive is happening just beneath the surface.
It's all about entering a deeper thinking state.
It's often called the incubation effect. Basically, you've gathered all the data, you've maybe talked it through with yourself a bit, and now your mind just needs that quiet time to let your subconscious connect all the dots. I mean, think about it. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history didn't happen in some bustling lab. They happened when someone was alone, just allowing their mind to think.
So, let's pull all of this together, the psychology of you. These habits we've talked about, from overthinking all the way to needing to be alone, they are not flaws that need to be fixed. They are features of a highly complex and intelligent mind. This isn't an accident, it's a blueprint. And understanding that blueprint is the absolute key to unlocking your full potential.
So, just to pull back the curtain for a second, there's a reason this kind of information feels so resonant. It's built on a powerful psychological blueprint. First, there's the ego hook. It grabs you by suggesting you might have a hidden trait, creating this immediate curiosity. Then comes the validation. It reframes something you might feel insecure about into a strength, which makes you want to share it. And finally, it's all delivered with an authoritative tone, using psychological terms to build trust and make the information stick.
And this is maybe the most important takeaway of all. This isn't about some kind of fake motivation or just trying to make you feel better about being different. No, this is the way psychology actually sees your intelligence. It's a genuine look at how these traits are interpreted as signs of a mind that is highly functional and seriously intelligent.
So, I'll leave you with this one final question. Now that you understand the blueprint, now that you can see these habits not as weird flaws, but as powerful features, what are you going to build with it? How are you going to leverage these incredible strengths? The possibilities, for you, are absolutely endless.